Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ken here, and I am actually building a Himalayan wall, salt wall, out of bricks with lighting behind it, LEDs. So the brick is it's a 2x4x8 Himalayan salt brick um, that's pretty translucent. So I put some LEDs behind it. I got some Govies LED. Um, which is pretty, strong, and they withstand all kinds of temperatures. These are indoor, not outdoor. You can put outdoor if you want, but anyway. So the LEDs behind the wall, I put them vertically instead of horizontally. It looks better. I'll show that to you later. But with the 2x4x8s, I'm using a salt type glue made specifically for Himalayan salt. And it's clear when it's bonded 24 hours, cures. It really is very strong. It's like cement. Anyway, so I am working on the next layer right now. I'm bracing the 2x4s with some ties, metal ties. All right, so what I did is, the first thing I did is I lined up the brick to wherever looks better, and then I numbered each one because I just like the pattern, I like the color, I like it stagnant, different colors. The reason why I'm hanging a leveler right there, guys, is because unfortunately I had actually three. This is my third one, but the second one and the first one is behind the wall, buried, and I'm so pissed off, and I lost two, and I went back to get another one from the hardware store, and the guy looked at me like I had 5 heads. But anyway, so now I learned a lesson. I have a little string connected to the ceiling molding that I have also that's temporary. It's a nailer. And then the ceiling molding will go on the nailer, and it'll meet the other one. This one over here, I'm going to be replacing with a longer one going this way, and this one's already pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, that's my third leveler, and I'm not going to lose this one because I can plumb it any direction on both sides and I still won't lose it. It's all good. The stringer is going vertically. It gives me kind of an idea of where I'm going with this. Either I'm going out or I'm going in. Kind of gives me a little insight of what's going on. I have my long leveler here, kind of giving me an idea of where I'm at this way. So I'm pretty much plumb there. And so every other row I'm using these straps. This one I didn't. This one over here is going to be. So for instance, I have number 10 here. I marked the wall with number 10. And I'm going right over here with number 10. I'm going stagnant. So there's going to be one small one here. I got my number 9 right here. Number 9. Number 8 is right over, right, where's number 8? All right. 6, 8. Here's my number 8. So my number 8's gonna go over here to give you guys an idea what's going on. Okay, like this, and like this. All right, obviously I can't touch the, like this right there, that goes in between. Anyway, so you get the idea of what's going on. That's number 8. This is number 7. Number 6 is right here. So if you noticed, they're all going to be pretty much stagnant. Okay. I'm going to take them down. I'm going to glue every single one of them. I put 2 little beads of Saltite on the bottom, and then on the sides, 2 beads on the other side, and I lock them all together. So I am going to pause this, and I'm going to show you how it's going to be glued, and I'll bring it that way. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I am working on a new project. It's a Himalayan salt wall brick, 2x4 by 8 inch. I'm halfway done with it. There's a lot of things that I made a couple of mistakes, good things, bad things, lighting, I put in the back. I'm going to show it to you right now so you got an idea what it's going to look like. So one other thing that I forgot to tell you, very important. When you put these straps in, you have to take a diamond blade. I use a Hercules handheld jobby. I put a niche in here, so when you do lay this on top, you don't actually touch the screw or the strap. It's embedded inside the salt brick. So that's very, very important. I forgot to mention that to you. So that's really something that you have to make sure that when you do embed it into the salt brick, diamond blade for sure, and just keep on sizing it until it is actually that you could lay another brick right on top. All right, so I am going to put this one here like this, and I am going to put a bead That's all you need, 2 strips, okay? Very important, don't put too much on. It is definitely a pain in the ass to get it out of the tube for sure. Okay, so that's done. Now, what I want to do is I want to do the other side that I'm going to meet the other one. So that's going to be this side. I'm going to put this down like this. And continue. Like this. So you guys all have an idea. Okay. So you have plenty of time to play with it. So don't like freak out and say, okay, once it's laid down, it ain't gonna go anywhere. Or it's not gonna bond properly. No, you could screw around with it. You can make sure that it's properly sitting good. But before you tie the second brick in to that, you have to make sure that it's plumb. Okay, so I have to be up on this side a little bit. So I have these little things that I cut with the little furring strips. Just kind of like little pieces of wood like this. And what I'm going to do is I am going to that like this. Okay, place it properly. We're pretty much there. And it looks good flat here. And we are looking pretty good there. Okay, we're flat in the front. So I am ready for the next one. So I'm going to place this thing back where it was. And I am going to take my next brick and continue. Okay. Like that. The second row, nice and even. Okay. And then if I place it like this, okay, so now I got to do this one, this side, which is the opposite side is the one that I glued on the other brick. All right. And we are good to go. Another important thing is make sure these salt walls, bricks are nice and clean, salt-free, meaning dust-wise. Top, sides, the whole 9 yards. Make sure it's nice and clean surface or it will not bond properly. That is a must. So the next one, no glue on that side, glue there, glue here, and glue over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this like this. I'm going to sandwich it like that. Okay. And we are good with that. Okay, we got plenty of time to screw around with it. Get my plumb leveler, float, and we're on it. Okay, so that's pretty much how you do it. Now, here's another thing that I've been noticing. I have a few gaps. Let me show you one. For instance, right over here, there's a gap there. So what I'm going to do, once I'm all done with the wall, I'm going to go with a little latex paint, white. I'm going to kind of dilute it a little bit. And I'm going to use kind of like a squirter bottle. And I'm going to squirt in between so you don't see that opening. Okay, so just, things that it will bother me if I'm sitting at the dining room table and I see a little gap there that I'm like, it's going to drive me nuts. Anyway, so that's where we're going to go. Again, I'm going to continue the next course. I'm not going to tie them to the wall for at least another 24 hours, so it's nice and strong. And the wall is now really nice and tight to the wall. And then I'm going to go straight up. So I am going to, let me see what else. Anyway, the next, I'm going to show you how to cut the other brick over there. These strips or straps that I have here are from the masonry department in Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever you want to go. They're straps, you have to cut them. What I do is I make them round. Okay, I take my metal cutter, okay, and I make the surface top nice and round, so it's round over here. I don't know, I'm kind of crazy when it comes to that. I'm using a sheet metal screw, very short head, flat head, and I screw it to that, and then I have a spot to hit that. Anyway, so I'm gonna glue the rest of the course and I will be seeing you soon. So I have my lights on now, and I just kind of temporarily put this layer up my straps, so I'm ready to glue this layer before I cut this brick. I got 5.5 right here, so I'm going to cut this one, but I don't want to do that until I start on this side, make sure that all these are lined up properly, and then whatever salt brick that needs to be cut back there, then I'll do that. But I am ready to take it down again, start on this side, and I will show you exactly how this goes. All right, and I'll show you how much glue to put on the bricks and all that good stuff. I am not going to tie this in yet, meaning I'm not going to tie this strap to this wall yet. I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours till it's nice and strong. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pressure on this one, tie it, so I can be exactly plumb with my leveler. I'm off by a hair, and I'll show you in a second. If you see, I'm kind of off. So if I push in like this, okay, then I'm in. All right, so it's just gonna be just a little pressure towards the wall, tie it to the strap, and then I'm pretty much golden at that point. But it's getting there. It's a project. It's not something that you wanna do in one day. Instructions are that you're supposed to do at least maximum of 3 layers a day. It has to cure. If not, then the glue will spread too thin and it won't bond as good. So 3 layers is what I do, and it's been pretty solid. And I'm going to take these down and I'm going to show you what the next step is. All right, so we have now, we're doing the cutting of the second layer, which the bracket goes into the anchor. For instance, what I did is I not only numbered the brick, I made the template for the bracket. So not only that the brick's got a number, the bracket's got the number, and also the wall has the number. So I know exactly which one fits the best. So what I'm gonna do now is I actually cut these. These look like this, square. What I did is I used cutters, sheet metal cutters, and I made them round. So when I do cut this, it actually is nice and square. Okay, but I'm gonna make the opening pretty wide here. So it swivels, number one, and number two is it's embedded inside the brick. So when you lay the next brick or course on top of it, you don't touch the screw or the bracket. So I'm gonna cut the, I'm gonna drill the hole for the screw. And then from that now I know exactly where the hole is. So now I'm gonna cut the circle over here. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. Drill the hole first. It wasn't that easy. I made a hole already on that one. All right. So this one over here, I'm gonna drill the hole first. Making all the holes first for these bricks, and then after that I'm going to do the cutting with the diamond saw. So, did all holes. Next is going to be my handheld saw. The diamond blade cuts masonry. It's perfect. You could do it either wet or dry. I like to do it dry because it's less messier, number one. And number two, you can glue the bricks right away because they're not wet. So they're nice and dry, but I'm in Florida, so it's pretty humid out here. So these salt bricks do sweat. Before I do the next course with glue, I make sure they're nice and dry, clean, and let them sit for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I'll start doing the gluing of the course. But I'm gonna start cutting that now. get my number 6, which is that brick that I just worked on, which is right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe down the brick. There's a lot of salt on it now. It's not number 6, it's number 3. So I'm going to use number 3, which is right here. Okay, so I put a nice little notch here. Okay, it's going to go here, and then I'm going to put the screw in it, but this might not be deep enough. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper. And you'll know by just experience, doing a couple of them, you'll know how deep you want to go. Another thing is, so this is deep enough. Put the number on the opposite side of this or very far away, so when you do wipe it, you don't wipe the number off, and if you do, at least keep the bracket right next to you, which is the number 3 that you're using. All right, so where's the number 3, which is right here. So these are flathead Phillips. They're small. You don't want them that long, and you want them flat, so it's flat on the brick itself. You might want to pre-drill the bricks too. You'll see, and I'll show you right now. Not going to go all the way. You back it out and hit it with the drill a little bit more. Okay, that should be good. Should be on the money. All right. So this is what it looks like. So if you notice, it's pretty flat when you lay the brick on top or the other course. You don't see anything. And you don't want to, when you do your cut, make sure you don't go on the face part where you're going to see it. Just make sure you have enough area that it won't be seen. All right, so this actually goes on the wall, boom, okay? It gets screwed right to the wall, okay? So number 3 with number 3, and number 3 is also on the wall. So I'm gonna finish up here, make my cuts, make my brackets, bring them back in, and I'll start installing this. All right, so I will be seeing you soon. Okay, so all my bricks are cut, and I'm doing the next course right now. If you notice, one wall, one brick, all that's number 1, and so on and so forth. So at least I know exactly which brick, because I hand selected every single layer too, which one fits better. It looks, you know, with the colors and all that. So what I did, just to give you an idea, because I got to finish this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use Once this whole course is done, I'm gonna make a hole. This is my stud right here. I'm gonna use a sheet metal screw, which is right here. Okay, that'll go through either a metal stud or a wooden stud. My wall is completely out of whack, so I'm going to use also these. So I'm going to punch a hole in this one here, not there, right over here. Hold on, there we go. I'm going to punch a hole right into this one here with this, okay, and then I'm going to drive it home with this. Okay, so every single one is numbered. I didn't use that many straps on this because I went pretty strong on the third and the fourth layer going down. So this wall is not going anywhere. So I think I'm gonna probably stay with 4 or 5 brackets on that. So right now I'm gluing. And I will show you what I'm doing here. Take this, I did that side and this side. I'm gonna go up here. Wait, hold on for a second. Let's put this down like this. And I'm gonna put this block on top of this like that for now. And I'm gonna lay this bad boy right here. And that's number 3. All right. Okay. Keep on checking your plumb. Make sure everything is nicey nice, which it is. Okay. And just keep on going. Make sure that your wall is plumb. Well, your bricks are plumb. If not, then use little spacers, which is I use a little paint stirrers. I break it in half and I use little pieces of it, so it is nice and level. And I am going to show you what the results are when I'm done, which is going to be hopefully soon. I'm working on a few hours a day or every other day, but it's getting there. And I am going to take a couple of photos or video when it's all complete, and then I'll start my next project, which all you got to do is subscribe and follow me. And I do all kinds of polyurethane pours, dirty pours, make ocean themes with the epoxy pours. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be building a Himalayan salt frame wall art. So I'm going to make it out of metal, and then I'm going to surround it with a wooden frame and maybe stain it, put some lighting in behind that. So follow me, and I do some really cool, unusual things. I also own a body shop, and I put a Lamborghini, I cut a Lamborghini in half, and it was a Lamborghini kit car, and I put it through the roof. It looks pretty cool. Anyway, if you want to check that out, it's called Custom Auto Center. Google that in Stuart, Florida, and you can take a look at that. It's pretty awesome looking. That took a while too, but it's just, it's rewarding once you're all done. It's a great project just to keep me busy and out of trouble. Anyway, hopefully you guys will follow me. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.